The holographic projection flickered in the center of the Galactic Council chamber, displaying Earth's blue marble surface rotating slowly. Ambassador Thelvax of the Kryn Collective raised 3 of his 7 appendages in a gesture of finality. "The vote is concluded," he announced, his translator rendering his clicks and whistles into Galactic standard. "By a margin of 47-3, humanity is hereby exiled from all Galactic Council territories. They have 6 solar cycles to vacate Council space." Anna Reeves sat in the human observation booth, her jaw clenched so tight her teeth ached. Beside her, Louis Chen's fingers drummed against the armrest, a nervous habit he'd never quite broken despite 15 years in the diplomatic corps. 6 months, Louis muttered. "They're giving us 6 months to abandon every colony, every station, every human presence in their precious territories." "We knew this was coming," Anna replied, though her voice carried no comfort. "Ever since the Proxima incident. The Proxima incident. That's what the Council called it when humanity refused to surrender their mining operations to the silicon-based Vroth, who claimed prior ancestral rights to the system, despite humans having established colonies there for 3 decades. When the Vroth attacked, humanity fought back, and won, decisively. The Council didn't appreciate that. Humanity was too aggressive, they said. Too willing to resort to violence. Too unwilling to compromise their interests for the greater galactic harmony. Never mind that every Council species had clawed their way to power through conquest at some point in their history. That was ancient history, they claimed. Humanity was doing it now. "We should appeal," Louis said, standing abruptly. "This is insane. We have 17 colony worlds in Council space. Over 200 million people." Anna shook her head. "There's no appeal. You heard Thelvax. The vote is final." As they exited the observation booth, Anna's communicator buzzed. She glanced at the display and felt her blood run cold. "It's Admiral Zhao," she said. "Flagged urgent." Louis leaned over as she opened the message. 3 words glowed on the screen. "Protocol Exodus initiated." They didn't, Louis breathed. But they had. Protocol Exodus wasn't a contingency plan. It was a promise. Developed in secret by humanity's military leadership after years of watching the Council's barely disguised contempt, it was humanity's insurance policy. If Exile came, humanity wouldn't slink away defeated. They would leave on their own terms. Within hours of the Council's vote, every human vessel in Council space received encrypted orders. Military ships began silent maneuvers toward strategic positions. Civilian transports started loading colonists and supplies with surprising efficiency, almost as if they'd been preparing for months. Because they had been. Anna and Louis returned to the HSCS Defiant, humanity's flagship station orbiting the Council homeworld of Valindra. The station's command center buzzed with controlled chaos. "Status report," Anna demanded, stepping into the operations pit. Commander Sarah Okonkwo looked up from her console, her dark eyes sharp. "All human assets are beginning withdrawal per Protocol Exodus. We're coordinating with colony governors. Most populations are cooperating. They've seen the writing on the wall for months." "And the Council?" Louis asked. Sarah's lip curled into something that wasn't quite a smile. "They're confused. They expected us to beg for extensions, to plead for reconsideration. Instead, we're already moving." Anna pulled up a tactical display. Across Council space, the withdrawal was proceeding with military precision. But it wasn't just a withdrawal. It was something more. Every mining operation humanity abandoned was stripped to the foundation. Equipment was dismantled and loaded onto ships. Facilities that couldn't be moved were rigged with thermite charges. Humanity wasn't leaving infrastructure behind for the Council to claim. "They're going to call this scorched earth," Louis said quietly. "They exiled us," Anna replied. "We're just taking our toys home." 3 weeks into the Exodus, Ambassador Thelvax requested an emergency meeting. Anna and Louis met him in a neutral diplomatic suite, the Kryn ambassador's blue-gray skin mottled with stress patterns. "This is not what the Council intended," Thelvax said, his translator crackling with agitation. "You were to leave peacefully, not engage in wholesale destruction of Council territory." "Council territory?" Anna leaned forward. "Every installation we're dismantling was built with human resources, human labor, human ingenuity. The Council voted to exile us. We're simply ensuring you don't benefit from our departure." "This is revenge," Thelvax hissed. "No, Lewis interjected. Revenge would be leaving those facilities operational, but sabotaged. Revenge would be seeding your systems with autonomous weapons. This? He gestured to the data displays showing the systematic withdrawal. This is professionalism. Thelvax's appendages writhed. The Vroth are demanding the Proxima mining infrastructure remain intact. It is in their ancestral territory. Anna's smile was cold. Then the Vroth should have thought about that before attacking our colonists. Tell them they're welcome to the system, and to the 50 years of work it'll take to rebuild what we're removing. By the end of 6 months, humanity had vanished from council space like smoke in a hurricane. Every colony evacuated, every station dismantled, every mining rig stripped and transported. The council expected a defeated species slinking away. Instead, humanity left behind empty systems and a very clear message. You wanted us gone. We're gone. Good luck filling the gap. Anna and Lewis stood on the observation deck of the Defiant as it made its final jump out of council space. Behind them, 17 solar systems that had once hummed with human industry sat silent and dark. What now? Lewis asked. Anna pulled up a star chart showing the vast unexplored regions beyond council space. Territories too dangerous, too remote or too resource poor for the risk-averse council species to colonize. Now, Anna's eyes gleamed. Now we build our own civilization, one that doesn't ask permission. Lewis studied the chart, seeing the thousands of unclaimed systems. The council thinks they've contained us. They think exile is punishment, Anna agreed. They don't understand that humanity has always done its best work on the frontier. She zoomed in on a promising cluster of systems 300 light-years from the nearest council outpost. By the time they realize their mistake will be too powerful to push around. And if they come after us? Anna's smile turned sharp. Then they'll learn what happens when you back humans into a corner. We didn't want this fight, but if they bring it to us again, we'll finish it. The Defiant's engines hummed as it jumped into unexplored space, carrying humanity toward a future built on their own terms. Behind them, the Galactic Council would spend decades realizing that they hadn't exiled a defeated species. They'd released an unshackled one.